Hey, hi, hello.
Hello.
This is Chaos and Cats.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome to our podcast.
The spooky edition.
Spooky Edition. We are still doing Spooky Edition. Yeah. It's still October, but it feels like October is just done already.
Yeah.
Like I saw a post the other day that I really just resonated with, and it was like, I feel like this year has taken just 2,540 some odd years to end, but October took like 2 seconds. It took like 15 minutes, like just done, over. And I'm like, yeah, that it does kind of feel that way, honestly.
Yeah. And every
It does.
October, my company that I work with has to get like audited to make sure our paperwork's in place, and we're visiting our families, and it's just fucking nuts. And then we have like a Halloween-based play group, and I'm just like losing my mind. But I don't know.
Shit.
I've been there
A lot
for
of shit
4
happening.
years, so if my shit is not perfect this 1 year, I don't really give a shit.
It's okay. Laura's dealing with a bunch of shit. I'm dealing with a bunch of shit. There's a lot of shit going on right now.
I'm
There's
sick
so
right
much
now,
shit.
so I
We're
might be
like-
sounding a little
We're
funky.
like shin to knee deep in shit right now. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't even know. We have nowhere to even begin with that, just because it's been crazy.
Yeah. I don't even.
Don't
Yeah.
even know.
No, I have no clue where to begin on any of that.
Oh.
So, we're here. We're still queer.
Yeah, I'm still happy to be here, even in the knee-deep shit.
You just rhymed here. Well, here with queer, but also here. You know,
Yeah.
it works. We just used here twice. It's fine. You know what? We're dealing with a lot of shit. Get over it, okay?
Dealing with a lot of shit. Get over it.
Exactly. See?
We're
poets,
rhyming
and we
because
didn't
we're
even know it.
witches, and we just didn't try not to tell y'all.
Exactly. You know? I learned a little fun fact that, like, a purple door was, like, a sign of a witch. I don't know if that's true. This was, like, a thing I saw when I was, like, scrolling through some videos, and some woman was painting her door purple, and they had a comment. There was, like, a little comment. Someone was talking about how a purple door can be a sign of a witch. I was like, that's fun.
That is fun. It's
You
kind
can
of
Google it
whimsical.
yourselves to find out if that's true.
It's true. We don't care if it is, but we're taking it as truth. And it's
You can
cool.
add us and tell us if it's true or not.
It's just
I
kind of
just-
cool because
It's one of those things I saw in passing and went, oh,
I'm taking it.
well, if that's true, it's cool. And then
Yeah.
I did not proceed to Google if it was true.
My doors right now are black, but it's the places where there are chipping, I can tell they were once purple.
Mine is red
So,
because they just painted everything red.
yeah. Well, they were once
So.
purple. So purple with my house looks a lot weirder than black, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
purple
that's
just
fair.
doesn't go.
No. That's okay. It's okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm Laura.
Oh,
But I'm
Kaylee.
today you're Kaylee, and today I'm sick girl. That's my name today.
That's funny.
I'm a sick girl.
And your pronouns are meh, blah. You know, you don't even usually throw in your pronouns.
I don't.
You know she's not feeling very good because she never fills in her pronouns, and she needs everyone, me, to know that she's not feeling good.
I just don't put in my pronouns because it's just me and you know? But
Well,
I was feeling like I'm sick but a little silly still.
The only reason mine is filled in is because I'm logged into the
You never
account
have
for
to put it in.
recording.
I got tired of putting it in.
Exactly.
Just for
it's just
me and
remembered.
You know?
Yeah,
So-
Laura. Yeah, Laura's always putting it in, and I'm like, why are you even bothering? It's just us. Why did we bother with this?
I don't know. We're here.
It's because of in case we ever release the videos. I do know, like, that was the whole reasoning. But then
Yeah.
it's like, chances of these being released, pretty slim until we get actual followers listening and that actually want to see this. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my camera quality not great. I'm blue half the time because of the lighting.
Sometimes
because I
you
just
have like
one.
a disco.
Yeah.
Mine is just pointing
the
down
disco
at me
doesn't really
because Mark
happen
is so
anymore.
tall. He's like
Laura's really bright because she's got like a
just
dark
one
white
overhead
room.
light, yeah.
And then a white overhead light. And
That's a
then
good time.
I have yellow lighting, so I've got the dimmer, nicer kind of light, not the harsh white, you know, that yet more yellow.
Yes.
I've got that yellow, and then I've got like yellowy wallpaper with white, but like it's not a singular bulb up there. It's 3 bulbs in like
One little
it's not like a
spot.
triangular faction, but it's like it's 3 different little.
Mm-hmm.
In the center, they've all got their own little cover and stuff.
So
but
interesting.
yeah, it's very interesting. It's really cool. It's very it's old. It's
I
old.
like it.
I love it. I'll send you a picture, Laura. Wait, you saw it?
Well, yeah, but I don't have
Wait,
it etched
did you
into my
actually
memory.
look
I did
at
not
it,
look
though?
up though. You know, I didn't just be
Let's
like,
see.
wow,
Alright.
what a ceiling and some lights that you've got here in this living
There you
room.
go. Now you
I
can
mean, it's
see.
not even
They're
your
really
living room.
old. I love it. They're really cool.
We just have a normal, plain, boring lights.
Well, our house is old as fuck, so there's still a lot of like interesting things in here. Like,
oh, I like that.
yeah. So that's what our light looks like. So it's 3 different little bulbs and
cute.
domes. Not domes, but you know, little things. So
Yeah.
it's really cute. I love it. It's a cute little thing. But I think because that's what it is, the light, there isn't one pointed at where I am.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 on my side are pointed like away from me, and then they're all kind of pointed away from me. So I think because of that, the light just doesn't hit me right. So there's no light from this direction.
Right. Unless
And
you turn on.
so you get the
that.
dark. There's just darkness here. And yeah, we also usually record at night, so
Yeah,
not
and
much
it's
light
also
coming in through this
Massachusetts,
window.
so it's mostly night for
yeah,
a majority
it's
of our
gonna
time.
say, oh, it's nighttime once like
Yeah.
4:35 p.m. hits. It
Yeah,
starts
it's a
getting
good
dark
time.
now. I'm like, this is stupid. I hate it. If you guys notice at any point that Laura isn't responding for a moment and I'm just rambling, it's because she's coughing. She's
Yeah, I
muted
keep trying
herself
to
so she
mute
can cough for a long
myself.
out. She's saving my editing, is what she's doing. She's saving me in post. Because don't get me wrong, there are times where I'm just like, I'm not editing it out. I don't care. Whatever.
care
You can
that
deal with that
much.
little noise. I don't fucking care. You can deal with that one little sniffle. I don't give a shit. Oh, man.
And sometimes we cough because we smoke on occasion, but this is.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
no. Like, I try to get that out. If it's like a loud,
coughs.
you know, then I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll get that out of there, you know? Sometimes I take out the lighter flick, because sometimes the lighter flick is really loud.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, it catches our mics catch the lighter flicks really well, especially if we're near, like, with our hands, like, near the mic.
I mean, that makes
like,
sense.
it
Our mics
actually-
are pretty close to us.
Like, it actually, like,
And your
catches
flame
it
looks
pretty
so
well.
Cool. It's like 9 feet tall.
It's the glare from
Your
the
camera has an astigmatism, I think.
I'm very liney and a little bit of blue. I'm Twilight right now.
Ooh, girl. I'm telling you, we need to do that video. It's just slow motion running. Like vampires, alright? It'd be so funny. Especially since, you know, I think I'm a little awkward when I run, so I don't really want a video
Honestly,
of that, but it's gonna
probably
it would be
same.
hilarious.
Honestly, same. I don't run, so yeah, I
just have
probably
some
look
weird
weird
joints,
when I
right.
do.
Just a freaking wobbly skeleton over here.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I still love you, my wobbly skeleton.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad.
Oh my goodness. I would ask you how things are going, but you know, we kind of made that pretty clear. Things are fine.
Things are fine. It's like there's been just a lot of going on, good and not good, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. Well, Laura got a new car.
Did.
What kind of car did you get, Laura?
I got a Mazda CX-30. And it's the
Oh,
carbon
fun.
edition, so it's like a bluish gray color on the outside, and then the seats are
That's
like
fun.
a maroon color, so it doesn't
That's
seem like it makes
fun.
sense, but I kind of really love it.
Okay. You're gonna have to take a picture of it and send it to me, but that's pretty cool.
I need to take a picture of it in general because I gotta send it to, like, my mom and my dad.
Well, yeah, I gotta show her off. Come on.
But all Mazda's CX-30 carbon edition type stuff, all, like,
Do they all look the same?
look the same.
Generally. Oh, I'll just look it up.
Because you'll see the bluish color.
Mazda CX-30
Carbon edition.
Carbon Edition.
And I mean, the blue one mostly comes up.
You got the blue one, like the
Yeah,
blue.
like the blue-gray.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, because Mark got a Mazda.
Oh, I see the maroon seat. I like the maroon
too.
seats though. It kind of gives a little contrast to the black.
Exactly.
And then you could accessorize in your car with like maroon things to
Yeah,
make
or
the
even
maroon
blue.
kind of come in a bit more.
And I mean, blue and maroon are kind of the same colors that I have going on
Yeah.
in my living room and kitchen because my kitchen's kind of has blue accents, and whenever
Yeah.
I decorate for fall or Christmas, I do more of a maroon than a red, and it works.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fun. I like it.
I like it a lot, and it's a little bit bigger than my last one, but
And
still
say a
like
little bit of an
little
upgrade
race
from the
car.
Subaru.
Yeah, when I was because I got a rental for about a month or two when I was in a big Mazda, didn't love that because it was
I was
too
gonna
big.
say, I don't see you as like a big car girl.
No.
I see you as something a little smaller than mine.
Yeah, I mean, I could
'cause-
drive it, but I feel like I'm driving a bus, and I don't like
And
that.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah. I could see you in something my size or smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I realized driving that I was like, wow, I've been driving just as much as I normally do, and my back doesn't hurt. So I think the Subaru was too low to the ground, so it was making my
Oh, yeah.
legs too high up, and it was hurting my
Absolutely.
back. So I wanted to go
Absolutely.
something a little bit bigger.
Also, it being a newer car, it probably has back support in it.
It does. It does.
And
My other one did
that's a
not.
game changer.
Yeah.
Dude, when I got my car and I got in there and I found the button and I was like,
found the button.
I have lumbar support.
Yay,
Nothing like
'cause
getting old,
We
guys.
are two driving girlies, though, over here.
We drive a lot. We both drive a lot. Laura drives a lot more now since she's been working at this place, because before she didn't understand my life
Yes.
and what it was like to be driving all the time, and now she drives all the time
Like
too.
3 or 4 years of just constant driving, and they
But-
were like, "Oh, how many miles?" Because they were trying to like talk to me about something. I can't even remember. They
Yeah.
were like, "Well, you need to at least put on 7,000 miles a year in order for X, Y, and Z." I'm like, I do that in a couple months. Okay, so I think we'll be fine. They're like, okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't take much, guys. 30 minutes here and there adds up pretty quick, guys, especially when I'm doing it all the time.
Yeah, and my office alone is 45 minutes from my house, let alone all of the entire
Yeah, the
county that
closest-
I work within.
The closest start point for my route is at least 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like 30 to 45 minutes of a drive for my start time, depending the day of the week.
Do you get mileage?
Yeah.
Cool, me too.
Yeah, we get mileage.
Good.
So, but
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
no, I do, God, so many miles.
So many miles. But you
Yeah,
know,
when I bought my car, I was like, yeah, I need something with as few miles as possible on it, because...
yeah. It's a hard mix between, like, finding something with little miles that isn't absolutely the most expensive thing
Because
out there.
brand new, that's
too
a
much.
big monthly payment.
It is, especially right now.
Yeah. So, I'm fine if it's got miles, but it
Yeah.
needs to be low.
Yeah.
I think it was 45. I think that was the lowest we could get, but
Yeah.
that was fine.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
I mean, I think mine's like 32, which was
yeah.
less than I was looking for, but like was still within budget. So I was like,
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
it was good. I was gonna say it worked out. Like the payment wasn't much more than what I was already paying,
Yeah.
so it worked out fine. And then
Good.
the mileage wasn't a crazy amount, but
I mean, I think that they, like, docked this car down a little bit because it had been there for a hot minute, because I don't think people liked the color of the seats.
Oh.
So
Because they're losers.
exactly. I feel like freaking badass in this thing. Are you kidding me?
Those are cool seats. I like those.
I think they're so cool.
I like that. I can't wait to see you, like, in your little Mazda. You pull up in my house in your little Mazda. It's gonna be so cute. Oh,
we should schedule something soon.
We should. Also,
you.
because I need to use you, okay?
Yes, use me up.
I can no longer, I didn't know, because I bulk buy my rolling papers and my rolling tips.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Maine doesn't let you order tobacco products to the state anymore. Can I send rolling papers to your house? Because the ones I like, I can't get anywheres, and the only places that sell them are like medical dispensaries, so I wouldn't even be able to like go in.
Are they the ones you gave me?
Yeah,
so, like,
the
that's
Blazy
crazy.
Susan.
Yeah.
I can't order them. And they're the only ones I like. They're the only papers I like.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
you know what? I'll just send them to Laura's house and be like, Laura, we gotta hang out.
And obviously, if that doesn't work out because life be crazy, I'll just send them to you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, and then if anything, she can just send them to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Absolutely.
like, that'd be cool. Cause
Buy in bulk.
I was real disappointed when I went to order them, and it was like, we can't send these to. I'm like, why? And at first, I thought it was an issue with like my VPN being on, because sometimes that messes things up. But it didn't. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, whatever. And then I was talking to one of my customers at the gas station, and I was talking to her about it, and she was like, oh yeah, law was passed like last year. I was like, what? I was like, what?
When was the last time you ordered them?
Over a year ago.
I guess. Do you just buy that big of in bulk?
It was like a pack of 50, and each one has 50 to 100 sheets in it, or it's like 50 sheets in each one. So
So you didn't
and
really
there's
need
50
anything.
packs of those 50 sheets. That's a lot of sheets.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know how to do the math. Like 1,000? What is that?
It's a lot. Like
I don't do math.
And
Sorry,
we had
y'all.
periods where we weren't smoking joints. Like, we had phases where we were only doing, like, distillates, our vapes and stuff like that, you know? Like, so the papers lasted us a really long time. So did the tips. I was running out of tips. I needed tips. I was going to go order the tips. Couldn't get the tips. And I was like, what the fuck? Asked my customer. I was talking to my customer about it. She was like, yeah, you can't get them. I was like, ah! And then, so I asked her if she could get them for me, because she got me a case of tips. So I just bought my tips through her. And then I asked if she could get the papers, but she can't get the papers I want. She doesn't have the right vendor or anything. So, and she looked it up. We looked up what stores sell them, and all of them were like medical shops.
Like gas stations or like hippie
no,
dippy
none of the
shops
gas
don't sell
stations.
them.
Blazy
That's
Susans like
crazy.
aren't a popular one. It's all Elements and shit like that. It's the ones that have.
We have like a hippie
Zigzag.
dippy. Yeah. Or
Those are like the
what are the other ones? Like just
Raw.
the main, yeah, those are like the
Raw
main
is
ones
the
I
other
see.
ones. Those are the ones that are like everywhere. But my favorites are the Blazy Susans.
I just think
Those
that
are
they're
the
fun
best.
because they come in fun colors.
Well, and then I looked up the Blazy Susans because I was like, but I want Blazy Susans. And I looked up and I'm like, oh, they've added more colors. I was like, oh. Because before it was just pink. They only had pink for a while.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked in a while because I haven't needed papers. And I went on and I'm like, ah, they just released green. Oh, and they've got purple.
And
I was like,
what's
oh,
cool about them is I go to like this like hippy dippy shop in the back is all like the bongs and stuff or whatever, but they have cones.
all the like they've
like
got
lazy,
cones too. Yeah,
Lazy
because I know you
Susan
like
has the like a whole
yeah,
50
because I know
thing
you
of
like the cones.
Yeah, just because I am terrible at rolling, no matter how
But they're
much
my
I try.
favorite papers. They're slow burning.
Yeah.
If you are rolling with them, I find them to have the best slip, but not too much slip. Because what I don't like about Elements is they have too much slip. And then zigzags suck because it's like you're rolling with fucking printer paper. Or like
terrible.
or not printer paper, like a little
Like
notepad paper, like a thin like notepad paper. They're terrible. They have no slip to them. They're very hard to like roll with.
That's it. Give me tissue paper. Let's go.
The raws are okay. They're
They're just fun colors.
okay.
Or fun colors, okay? I can get some with smiley faces on them.
But the
Don't like
Blazy
me.
Susan are the most consistent. They're nice. I like them. Also, they're a fun color.
I like
so I'm
it.
gonna buy a bunch of colorful papers and send them to your house.
Do you know my address?
You're probably gonna have to resend it to me. I think it's somewheres in our messages. I could probably just search our message history and find it, but just resend it to me so it's near the bottom of our messages so I can find it easier. And then I'll let you know when I sent them. So.
Okay, and I'm just gonna label it address so that if you do look it up, that's all you gotta look up.
That's usually what I type because it's usually I've been like, hey, what's your address? So I'll just put address and then it'll show me every time I've mentioned the word address, which is not a lot, so.
No. It's like your house or my house. Cool. Those are the options, basically.
Yeah, literally. But I learned that and I was like, oh, no.
Makes no sense.
No. Yeah, our lovely governor passed a law at some point deciding we can't buy tobacco products as regular people. The stores and stuff can, of course, because that's where you can buy them from, but you can't buy them yourself, I guess. I'm like,
yeah, you
why?
can only buy them marked up, right? You can't buy them from
yeah,
the places
exactly.
themselves.
Don't worry, I don't have to buy my tips necessarily marked up.
Good.
I get what she pays. She likes me.
She likes me. It's good.
She likes me. Hi, Christy. I know you listen.
Christy. Aw. I like it.
She's sweet. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But that's yeah. State of Maine.
State of Maine.
Stupid.
Doing state of
Fucking
Maine
stupid.
things.
So
Sorry.
stupid. I'm like, you bastards.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah. So that was a disappointing thing to learn. Let me down, Maine.
Well,
Let me down.
we found a workaround, so it should be. We got
We did.
it.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Nick's mouth is wired shut for a month because I think I talked about it on the podcast that his jaw was broken.
I don't know.
Did I talk about that?
I remember you telling me
Peanut
obviously about
Gallery's
it,
jaw
but-
is broken. He's wired for a month. He's getting better. He's miserable. I don't blame
Kaylee's
him.
possibly suing a dentist.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Yeah, so let's move on to the kitty corner. You know?
Yeah, let's do it. Because the girl
go.
over here is gonna say kitty corner, woohoo, kitty corner.
She's not feeling it right now, guys. We're not getting a full musical number right now. She's not doing it.
Don't make me laugh. That's why I didn't sing, because it was gonna make me cough.
Eventually we are going to run out of cat facts. I need you all to know.
Yeah, eventually it will happen.
Or we'll just start repeating and you get what you get. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start making them up, alright?
Have we talked about how only 20% of orange cats are female?
I don't know, because I kind of know that one, but I don't know.
I do too, so I don't know. You know what? I don't know if we've told you this, but 20% of orange cats are female.
Yes,
It's
and
pretty-
we've got 2 male orange cats, so
It's
the
not a
odds
common
make
thing to
sense.
get a female orange. You're special if you got a female orange.
We're basic bitches. With our male
That
orange
too.
cats.
That too. That too. Alright, now for our cat story.
Cat the story. Cat the story.
Which is not about a house cat,
Oh,
but a mountain lion.
I like this. I like your
All right.
expansion of cat stories.
Now, this...
we can expand cat facts that way too.
I was literally about to say, you know
Girl.
what? Maybe we'll just expand into other types of cats.
I like this.
There we
this.
go.
I like
We'll
this.
change it up. We'll pick a different type. We'll go specific cats, so that way we can extend our cat facts.
I like it.
There we go. See, we're smart. We think
We're
we think so.
smart.
Don't worry, we're smart. So this is a Snopes article. I was scrolling on
Nope.
Facebook, and this came up, and I was like, what? So this article is from September 19th, 2025. So I think this was a more recent, yes. It was in May. No. This is from 2022 when this happened, but this article was written in 2025.
I see.
Okay, so also I don't know if it's like fully real. I don't know. Okay, so a rumor circulated online in September 2025 claimed that a mountain lion. Okay, so this was from 2020. What is this?
What is going on?
A mountain lion broke into. Okay, so it says claim a mountain lion broke into a Colorado Springs pet store and rolled around in catnip on May 4th, 2022.
I love that.
And then it goes. A rumor that circulated online in September 2025 claimed that a mountain lion broke into a pet store in Colorado Springs, only to be found by employees the next morning rolling around in a pile of catnips. Snopes readers emailed us to ask whether the rumor was true. Let's find out if it's actually real or not, folks, together.
I hope
The most popular instance of the story appeared on the Facebook page Storytime, receiving over 192,000 reactions. The post displayed a picture of a mountain lion entering an aisle with another inset image showing it rolling around in catnip. The story featured the following headline: Mountain lion breaks into pet store, finds catnip aisle. This rumor appeared in numerous Facebook posts and spread to other social media sites such as X. Some of these posts featured links leading to articles hosted by WordPress blogs, such as one advertisement-filled story hosted on the ifeg.info website. The posts all told the same story. And then they tell you the story. I think this was an AI thing. That's really sad.
It's hard to tell these days until you get further into something and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
However, I'm going to believe it to be true because I love that.
Alright, so the story is that a local pet store was preparing for its morning rush of customers when workers found an unexpected guest. Security footage revealed a mountain lion had slipped in overnight, padding silently through the aisles like it owned the place. It ignored the dog food, skipped past the birdseed, and made a beeline straight for one section: cat toys. After sniffing around, the big cat stopped at the catnip shelf, pawed a bag down, ripped it open, and immediately flopped onto the floor. Rolling back and forth, it rubbed its face and paws in the catnip, completely intoxicated by its new discovery. When employees unlocked the doors, they were stunned to find the customer sprawled out in the toy aisle, surrounded by shredded bags of catnip. Wildlife officers carefully coaxed the lion outside before relocating it into the nearby hills. Experts explained that while mountain lions aren't known for reacting to catnip like house cats, curiosity and the strong scent could have triggered its playful behavior. When asked about the situation, the store owner just smirked. "Colorado's known for its plants making folks feel good. Guess now we know the animals are into it too."
I love that. And it's like, I don't know about you, but my pet store has like birds. So I feel like that would be the way to go if I was a mountain lion, but I like that it decided to go catnip. It says I can get birds anywhere. I can't get catnip
then the
anywhere.
article goes in to talk about how when you Google Colorado mountain lion store catnip, found no news outlets reporting about a mountain lion breaking into a pet store in Colorado Springs, let alone playing with catnip. Prominent news outlets would have widely reported this rumor if true. Although Site Engine, a tool for detecting artificial intelligence, AI-generated images did not flag the image shared in the post as AI, other elements made it suspicious. It's worth noting that AI image detectors are not always accurate. For example, in the image, the mountain lion appears to be in a grocery store snack aisle rather than a cat toy aisle. Oh, I didn't even look at that.
I love that. Oh, she's taking a close look. Close look.
Honestly, personally, I would not have realized that, especially because I was stoned when I saw this.
You're
so
like, oh, cute.
I would not have caught on to that, honestly. Fair.
I did though see this video of this like person who gosh, my brain, it's been a long day. When you when you like have a reel and it's showing somebody else's reel and then the other person comes on to talk about it, the stitching it of it, and the original video is some woman recording a mountain lion in a tree on a trail that she's walking by, and like walking by the tree to the point where this mountain lion could like swipe her if it wanted to, and she was like, "Hi kitty, you're so cute, oh look at you up there."
That's how I die.
And then it switches to this like older black man, and he goes, "White women ain't afraid of nothing. I keep saying it,
Yep.
and I keep seeing it." And it just kills me.
Seen that dude, but I think it was
Yeah, he does a few. It's like a whole thing he does.
It may have been a mountain lion, but I've seen a couple of his videos
something.
where
I can never tell the difference.
White women going towards dangerous things.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, it's big cats. Yeah, that's probably
So
how
cute.
I would die.
If I just give it a nice chin scritch, I think it would love me.
I think it'll like me, you know? I'm telling you. I think it's gonna really like me if I get a good chin scritch in there. I'm
Exactly.
telling ya.
Especially if I got some nails happening, alright?
Facts.
Exactly. So.
Get right in there. Get a nice deep scritch in that neck. Oh.
Start purring. It'll be fine.
There'll be a puddle.
There'll be a puddle. They could kill
Melted.
you in a puddle.
They're gonna be melted into a puddle.
You got a pretty bowl. Look at how clean that is.
Thank you. Christy gave it to me.
Oh, Christy. Christy for the win again.
Christy for the win again. Christy gives me a lot of
Seriously.
shit. Christy's wonderful.
Christy sounds cool, so. And I like that.
She
You
is.
can really hold on to it.
Yeah. It's like a little... I think it's technically a little bubbler piece, but I did want to put water in it, so...
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I don't need to put water in it if I don't want to. I
You want.
can do whatever the fuck I want. Alright.
Oh.
Sorry, I pulled out a cord all of a sudden. My hand went down and hit the cord and just like, oh! Anyways. Anywho. We are still doing spooky stuff like we said. So today, Laura and I are gonna talk about some haunted places. I basically went and found a list of some of the most haunted places in the world. And then I went and found some articles that gave us little blurbs about the haunted history.
The blurbs.
Little blurbs about these haunted histories. They're not super long, you know, so...
No.
I didn't want them to be super long. I needed them to get it down, concise, to the point. Tell me the story quickly.
But I want to know if anybody listening has been there or lives near any of these places.
Yeah.
Like, I
about
want
it.
like real experience
Fuck yeah.
stuff.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so because haunted shit is kind of right up our alley.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's currently Kaylee's house, so
Take my house for an example.
I'm actually very sad that mine isn't like gently haunted. It's on my bucket list and it is not
Gently
happening.
haunted.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a need of a seance or nothing, but just like
No,
a few
no.
cabinets opening would be cool. That's all I'm
Yeah.
asking. Do you hear that, ghosts? I know you're here.
They're really too much
They're
to
shy.
ask,
They're
you
shy.
know? All right, we are starting off with a classic.
Classic.
The Tower of London. So this article just goes right into the 13 ghosts of the Tower of London. So we're going to talk about the 13 ghosts of the Tower of London. So, it was William the Conqueror who ordered for the Tower of London to be built. The White Tower part, anyway. So the Tower of London houses centuries of royal history. And some of that history is gruesome. Treason, murder, and execution. The stone walls of the Tower of London have seen it all. Little wonder, then, that this historic royal place is one of the most haunted places in all of Great Britain. The Tower of London would be a brilliant setting for, I don't care. Okay, that's like an advertisement. I don't know. Something about being a part of a TV show because there's ghosts.
Because there's ghosts.
What is the Tower of London? Standing majestically on the north bank of the River Thames in the city of London, the Tower of London is a historical royal palace. Today, it's known as the Palace to see beef eaters. Yeoman warders is, I guess, also what they're called. Ravens and the crown jewels. Not just a crown, by the way. There's the orb and the scepter, too, that you can see, apparently. Built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century to defend and secure his status as King of England, the Tower of London became not only a magnificent fortress, but a royal palace, too. It also became the backdrop for some of the grisliest scenes in history. In Tudor times, it saw the execution of 3 English queens, Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard, and Lady Jane Grey. A mother beheaded for the sins of her son. The supposed murder of the 2 young princes locked up in the Bloody Tower by their uncle, the Duke of Gloucester. Yeah, so let us talk about the different people that haunt the Tower of London. What? You look like you have a thing you want to say.
I feel like the boys, the 2 bloody boys with their uncle or whatever, I feel like Morbid may have done something on that.
I believe
because that's the only one there that sounds familiar. A lot of people have
talked about the 2 princes.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a pretty common, I feel like, haunted story to like tell. Yeah. But I would be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah, they've got like 650 episodes, so it's like they've got to have hit it. But I think it is one I've heard because I have not listened to all of them.
Yes. More than likely. Alright, so the first one we have is Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes was taken to the Tower of London after his part in a plot to assassinate James I at Parliament in 1605. Imprisoned in the Queen's house, Guy Fawkes was subjected to intense torture, likely on the rack in the White Tower dungeons. Anne Boleyn's procession. As ghost stories go, there are few as spooky and as tragic as this one. Henry VIII broke with the Roman Catholic Church to set aside his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, and become the supreme head of his new church, the Church of England. Anne Boleyn became Henry's second wife just 3 years later, and was accused of adultery and taken as a prisoner by barge along the River Thames to the Tower of London through the infamous Traitor's Gate. Anne was beheaded on Tower Green and laid to rest in the Chapel Royal of St. Peter and Vincula. St. Peter in Chains? Sorry, the parentheses keep throwing me off. The parish church of the Tower of London, some 340 years later, a soldier reported seeing a light burning in the closed chapel. After climbing to a window to look within, the soldier is said to have seen a procession of knights and ladies led by a headless Anne Boleyn.
Oh, spooky. Anne Boleyn is she's pretty famous up there.
Absolutely.
So.
Henry VI is another ghost in the tower. As the War of the Roses got going, Henry VI was deposed and imprisoned in the Wakefield Tower of the Tower of London by his ambitious nephew, the future King Edward the Fourth. Yes.
Yeah, Roman numerals are not fun.
I know them for the most part, but sometimes I have to stop and think. And
the adding and subtracting are like.
So I have to stop and think and count. I'm like, the I before the V is 4 because V is 5. I got it.
Now Henry VI though is Anne Boleyn's. Were they a thing?
No.
Oh.
No, Henry the Eighth is the one that she had.
See,
the
there's
thing
just
with.
too many. I can't
Henry
keep up.
the Sixth was a few before him.
Well, that's how it
and
goes.
there was there was a whole I think that's Henry the Eighth's
I was just
grandpa?
gonna talk shit, and I have no idea who Henry the Sixth is. I only know about Henry the
Yeah,
Eighth.
because it would be 6, 7, 8. I don't know if that was the order in which they became kings, but I'm assuming it's grandfather, father,
and then
son.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know the 6th and the 7th Henry very well. I just know 8th because he was pretty significant.
He's pretty significant and pretty much a dick. And there's a whole musical.
I know. I want to see the musical.
Because I know
and there's a recorded.
All of them.
There's a
I knew all the songs.
Well,
so we're
that's
ready.
not the problem. I want to see it.
I know. So I said we're ready. We're ready. So we have to go see it now.
Exactly. Because there's a recorded version out there, a professional one, but you can't it's not streamed anywhere though. Yeah, they showed it in theaters, but that version isn't anywhere, and I'm like, give it to me.
Right
I want
to
watch it.
Just in the same Hamilton style, come on.
That is the one I want. That is one of the ones I want to see. Laura, we're gonna have to see it. But we missed the tour for New England.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait until they go on tour again. Because I looked. They're already out of New England.
So there's that.
Oh, same. Same.
We'll have to audition.
Hello! I'm here to be a dead wife.
A dead
or
one.
maybe not. Who knows?
Or maybe a divorced wife. Or maybe
the divorced.
Or maybe the one that sees him to his end. You never know. There are 6 of them.
You never know.
So.
You never know. Alright, so... Alright, future King Edward IV, that wasn't enough, and Henry VI was murdered at the altar in the king's private chapel in 1471, close to midnight. Henry's ghost is believed to haunt the Wakefield Tower, appearing at the stroke of midnight. The ghost of a bear.
Oh, fuck yeah, but also fuck no.
Henry III housed his menagerie of wild animals at the Tower of London. That included a gift of either lions or leopards from the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II in 1235, pumas, tigers, jackals, an elephant from France, and even a polar bear followed. Visitors came to the tower to see the creatures, with bear baiting becoming a popular pastime in the 16th and 17th century London. And it seems the horrors of this pastime are still heard today. The ghost of a bear is said to appear from behind the door of the jewel room. Perhaps a specter guard to the crown jewels. The ghost of a black bear is also reported to have appeared near the Martin Tower in 1816.
I'll take that one. That one will most likely just run away. Okay.
We've got Sir Walter Raleigh, sent to the tower no less than 3 times. Explorer Sir Walter Raleigh was imprisoned by both Elizabeth I and James I. He spent over 13 years in the Bloody Tower during one confinement and attempted suicide. Sir Walter Raleigh's last imprisonment at the Tower of London in the Beauchamp Tower took place in 1603. He was later beheaded outside the Palace of Westminster. The Faceless Young Woman. In 1957, Welsh Guardsman Johns was on sentry duty at the Salt Tower. He encountered a shapeless form with the face of a young woman. Perhaps one of the many women who suffered a terrible fate at the Tower of London. Talking of female ghosts, there's a Grey Lady ghost who only appears to women. She haunts other historic royal palace, Hampton Court Palace. Then we have Margaret Pole. Like Anne Boleyn, the beheading of Margaret Pole, Countess of Salisbury, took place on Tower Green to the west of the White Tower. Margaret Pole was 67 at the time of her death. She was brought to the scaffold by Henry VIII for the crime of being the mother of the Cardinal Pole. Cardinal Pole's crime was opposing Henry's self-created position as supreme head of the Church of England. Eyewitnesses say the executioner on that fateful day in 1541 was a wretched and blundering youth who, unable to perform a clean execution with his axe, instead hacked at Margaret Pole's head and shoulders.
Which is
that
not
eternal
uncommon.
scream echoes through the towers today.
Which is not uncommon. Before the,
No.
What is that called?
The guillotine.
The guillotine. People were
yeah,
just like...
it was very common
Like, the
for people
guillotine
to
was
basically be
considered more
mutilated.
humane. Because it
Yeah.
was, like, gonna chop your head off, not accidentally get you in the shoulder.
Because your head was put through, it had a clean line to your neck, there was no guessing as you
Yeah, there was no
swing and
aiming.
aiming, you know? So...
Yikes.
There is the white figure. The Tower of London is protected by the yeoman warders, nicknamed Beef Eaters. In 1864, Captain J.D. Dundas observed a yeoman attempting to charge a whitish female figure with his bayonet. Chillingly, this apparition appeared in the courtyard where Anne Boleyn was beheaded.
I'd go there just for Anne Boleyn.
Number 9 is Lady Jane Grey. Lady Jane Grey became queen after the death of King Henry VI,
Okay.
son of King Henry... King Edward...
There's
Wrong.
a lot of going-ons here.
Wrong. There's so many. They all have the same name,
Yeah,
too.
this is
They're
why
all
I don't
numbered.
like this,
I can't
alright?
keep up. Alright. Lady Jane Grey became queen after the death of King Edward VI, son of King Henry VIII. She's known as the English queen with the shortest reign. A mere... How many days, Laura?
12.
9. 9 days.
So a factor.
A mere
divided by
9
3.
days.
It doesn't matter.
Edward named Lady Jane Grey as his heir in his last will over his half-sister Mary. A pawn in royal power games, the king's protector, John Dudley, had arranged for the 16-year-old Lady Jane Grey to marry his son, Lord Guildford Dudley. On Edward's
Dudley.
death on the 6th of July, 1553, Protestant Lady Jane Grey became queen. She held the title for just over a week before the council decreed that Catholic Mary was the true ruler of England. Lady Jane Grey and her husband Dudley were executed on the infamous Tower Green in 1554.
It's just like someone
the white
whoopsies.
figure of Lady... Huh?
Someone like whoopsies made a mistake. You're not supposed to be queen. Now we have to kill you is bananas.
I know. The white figure of Lady Jane is said to haunt the battlements of the Tower of London to this day. Then you have the monk's footsteps. This is number 10. If you visit the Tower of London, listen out for the sound of sandals slapping against the stone floor. It's not a beef eater in flip-flops. It's reported to be the steps of a ghostly monk. Okay, alright. Arabella Stewart. An oft-repeated ghost sighting at the Tower of London is that of Arabella Stewart. Cousin to Elizabeth I, Arabella was imprisoned by James I for marrying William Seymour, nephew of Lady Jane Grey, without royal consent. Seeing this match as a possible threat to his throne, James placed Arabella under arrest at the Tower. There, she either refused to eat or was purposely starved. Arabella's ghost is thought to stalk the Queen's house. So she died from starvation. That's terrifying. That's
Yikes.
terrible. Okay.
Yikes.
Number 12 is The Young Princes. On the death of Edward IV, Edward's young son, 12-year-old Edward, became King Edward V, under the protection of his uncle, the Duke of Gloucester. What is this attitude?
I was about to send you a picture because I took a picture of her face because. Thank you.
What is this attitude?
I gotta send you a picture of her face. She's just killing me because she started to get her little lippy out and her trailer trash teeth coming out. When she starts to be like, "Come on, let's go," her little lip
Look at
pops
her,
out,
she's so cute.
and then her little teeth comes out. They're so cute.
That's adorable. She's so cute.
But DR came and took care of it.
Yep. The Young Princes. On the death of Edward IV, Edward's young son, 12-year-old fucking Edward, became King Edward V.
Because there's no imagination.
Literally. Under the protection of his uncle, the Duke of Gloucester, wanting to take the crown himself, the Duke of Gloucester imprisoned Edward and his young brother Richard, the Duke of York, in the Tower of London. Their mother, Elizabeth Woodville, took sanctuary at Westminster Abbey. After declaring young Edward illegitimate, the Duke of Gloucester became King Richard III. At least we're away from Edward and fucking Henry for a minute. Jesus Christ. The princes in the tower, Edward and Richard, were never seen again, believed to be murdered at the order of their uncle. The bones of 2 children were later found beneath a staircase in the Tower of London.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is called The Nameless Thing.
I don't like that it's a nameless thing.
And it's literally one sentence. Lastly, the Nameless Thing is a petrifying spirit which follows the guards of the tower as they walk their beat from the River Thames. Sally Portal entrance. But that could just be any ghost following you.
Right.
It might not even be just some nameless thing. You could just be feeling a spirit near you.
True. And I don't know where it was or if it's true, because I don't even remember where I read or saw this, but
Laura and I coming at you with just pure facts today.
All the facts today that we be hearing anywhere. But I was listening to something talk about how, you know, everybody talks about a lot of haunted people are like women in white, and it could be more connected to how they died, not how they looked. So women in white are often seen, so maybe they were like died in a traumatic way, and that's why they come through as like a woman in a like a white gown or whatever, because you wonder why the hell there are so many of them. You know, it just it always made no sense to me, or why there's always like old-timey type folks. There's not like a 17-year-old 2002 like someone trying to like rap at me ghost.
Right.
So, I think it has to do with how they died, not necessarily who they are.
Oh yeah, no, I could totally see that.
Well, I thought that was like a cool potential theory.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Is it my time to spook?
It is your turn. I will say the Eastern State Penitentiary one it's got some info in there, so
it's
got
some info in there for sure.
It's
so we'll see how it goes.
You can skip things if you want to. You don't gotta do the whole thing. You can just mention briefly certain things. I don't know. I feel like maybe you don't need to go over every single person that was in there that they have listed down below.
No, probably not.
You know, read us the blurb about it, tell us about it, and then we can maybe pick a couple.
Okay.
You know, of the people that were there, you know? Maybe we just pick a couple of them. Yeah.
We got this. So,
tell us about the Eastern State Penitentiary.
Eastern State Penitentiary.
Eastern State Penitentiary.
So it starts by saying, Howe is an innovative correctional facility responsible for introducing new concepts for social change, now known as the most haunted prison in America. While it is no longer used to house inmates, Eastern State Penitentiary remains one of the most... I'm just going to get it wrong every time. We're just going to deal with it.
That's great. It's
just
great.
like my car, I'm just going to squish the very end, alright? Remains one of the most talked about historic sites in the state of Pennsylvania, but it's not... Ooh, we could visit this one. But it's not because of positive reform or improving the lives of prisoners. Yes, she is. Well, the prison may have started out with good intentions. The many years of riots, inhumane torture, and murder on the premises have cast a dark shadow over the 19th century prison that remains here today.
I feel like you don't need to read that next blurb.
I don't.
Yeah.
So curious visitors travel from miles away to visit this historic location known for being a hub of otherworldly activity. There is no doubt that Eastern State Penitentiary, how do you say that?
It's penitentiary.
Penitentiary was I'm just adding stuff now.
Or penitentiary, like, but
That
I say
sounds
penitentiary, but
Penitentiary. I just think it's just a fucking prison.
it's
a
a
prison.
weird word.
We
Go name your kid that. Penitentiary, the first, the third, and the fucking second.
gotta go all the way up to 8, alright? We're picking out these other people here.
Oh, God.
But it was once filled with great sadness, loneliness, and despair, being home to more than 85,000 prisoners, while it was still operational. And those dark, despairing emotions can cause dark entities to cling to places where they don't belong. The history of the Eastern State Penitentiary.
Penitentiary?
It opened in 1829 as a prison intended to create social change and reform. The building was designed and constructed by British architect John Haviland, and it was the most expensive structure in the country at the time. It had an elaborate floor plan and cell block design. It was considered an architectural wonder and visited by notable individuals. During the 18th century in Pennsylvania...
Oh, come on! You didn't want to say his name!
No! Oh, and Charles Dickens. I'll say that one.
I'm gonna butcher this, but...
Yeah.
Alexis de Tocqueville? It's the de Tocqueville part. It's the duh to the talk part that's tough.
Yeah, so I just skipping everything altogether.
Alexis
we don't need to know.
Tocqueville.
We don't need to know these things. Oh, but Charles Dickens wrote about the horrifying system, saying the system there is rigid, strict, and hopeless solitary confinement, tampering with the mysteries of the brain to be immeasurably worse than any torture of the body. So during the 18th century in Pennsylvania, there was a lot of debate over how the prisons handled punishment for their inmates. In 1790, the Pennsylvania Prison Society, or PPS, was founded in response to the violent and brutal system of corporal punishment used throughout the country. The members of PPS recommended new measures for social reform, such as prisoner... What's it called?
Anonymity.
Okay, and solitary confinement. I'm not even
Prisoner
gonna try.
anonymity. Anonymous. They're anonymous.
Okay. Well, I get that that's what they were getting at, but I
get it.
like I said,
when
I
you
know
see
words.
it spelled
I just
out,
don't know how to say words. I read them out loud.
No, it's that you're just like Nick, where you struggle with certain words. It's common. I mean, some words are just harder. It's especially if it's a word that you've never seen spelled out.
Yeah.
Too, or that you don't commonly see spelled out. It's hard sometimes for your brain to grasp. How the fuck do I pronounce that? But I just happen to like puzzles, and I seem to be able to decipher things really well. So sometimes I can figure out a word really quickly, and for some reason I'm good with words.
Mark's like that too. Mark's like that too. And it's like, I feel like when y'all read books and you come across a word that you know but don't know how to say, you'll like sound it out. And I'm just like, and once there was a blah blah blah. Okay, moving on. And it is now known as
and once there was a
yeah, and I was like, I know what they're saying, so I don't need to know the word. It's fine. I know what it means.
Know how to say it. I know what the word is. I know what it means. I just don't know how to say it. That's great.
Making me great. Laugh cough over here. Get out of here. But Benjamin Rush, who was a member of the PPS, based new prison reform policies on the ideas of John Howard, an English philanthropist. Howard advocated for policies such as solitary confinement and productive labor as forms of criminal punishment. He believed that all prisoners should be in separate cells in a place of solitude and silence, allowing them to reflect on their crimes in the hope of leading to repentance. He instructed that the separate rooms should have their own small courtyard that would help eliminate the ability for prisoners to come together and discuss plans to escape. This new practice was criticized by many in the United States for its reliance on extreme isolation. However, it was also adopted by more than 300 prisons throughout the world.
What you're doing is fucked up!
We're doing it.
Do it too.
Yeah. This new system of incarceration was commonly referred to as the Pennsylvania system. Unfortunately, the practice did not remain in accordance with its original progressive and human values. Later, the prison incorporated...
Not even human. Yeah. Humane values.
Yeah. Humane values. Later, the prison incorporated punishment that was more in line with the system the PPS had tried so hard to move away from.
Can I just say?
Yes.
Can I just say?
Yes.
We used to be so violent.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know people, there's still a lot of violence in the world now.
Of course.
But, like...
But in the grand scheme of
we used
humans...
to be so violent.
They used to just boil people alive.
Like, we are in basically, probably the last two, like, this century and last century are probably the two least violent... No, it would be this century, because even like, the 1900s were very violent. This is probably the least violent century, and
that's
baffling.
saying something.
And it is. It's saying something because it's so pretty violent out there. But like, obviously, it speaks volumes because for the most part, the world is mostly developed. At this point, a majority of the world is developed at this point, and especially to a point where we really don't need violence.
No.
Like, we really don't need it. But we still use it. And I feel like it's just because it's so a part of our history that it feels hard to move away from, because it's how we've always solved everything. But it's like, it's not necessary. Like, it's been proven time and time again, especially in our current century, that it's not necessary.
It's also like a more common, more recent thing. In schools, they teach you about like regulation and coping skills and whatever else, and like mental health based. Before, they're just like, suck it up, buttercup, and I think that'll make anybody lose their mind to an extent.
Literally, like when our grandparents were growing up, like, I'm pretty sure schizophrenia wasn't even a thing.
No.
Like, we didn't even know that was a thing. We didn't know that that our brains could cause us to be, like, fucking different or whatever. Even if you look totally normal, that there could be something off about you. Like, it's like, we knew fucking nothing even, like, 50 years ago. We barely knew much. It's insane how... But, like, we used to be so violent.
Yeah, and there's something to say about how, like, ancestrally, everybody's ancestors did something terrible.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so that lives in everybody's DNA and lives in everybody's upbringing, and it has slowly, obviously, changed, but it is still, like, something to unlearn.
Absolutely. And I think, and it's actually funny that you mentioned that, because it's like, people really like to throw up, especially like, how do I want to say this? I'm sorry, what did you just say again? Please remind me real quick.
Just like the generational buildup of all of us learning that violence is typical, and now we're unlearning that.
I feel like, fuck, I'm like losing what I was gonna say. We also try to use the fact that it's a part of our history against ourselves too sometimes. Like, white people not fully realizing like how racism is still a thing, you know, like, and thinking that it's not like a thing, and trying to erase the bad that's been done in the past. But then you got people of color that are like, no,
Nope.
You absolutely did that. And I mean, people of color, it's in their history, it's in our history, it's in everyone's history. But like, that's why we have to move away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't sit there and say racism doesn't exist, because it does exist, and you have to accept that it exists so we can move past it. Like, the only way we move past it is if you recognize it so we can move forward.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna forget it, and then generations down the line are gonna know about it, and then they're gonna just repeat a pattern that, because you can't learn from it.
Actually,
it's not there.
You know what's a really funny thing is, I was watching, there's this German guy that comes up in reels and stuff a lot.
I think I see him too.
You probably know
he's got a big gap.
He is. Yeah, tall, blonde, like, German dude, super funny. I watched a video that he was in, and they were talking about Germany and stuff, and how, and I have to agree with this, how great it is, and how much of an example, a great example Germany sets is that they have never erased or tried to erase their worst time in history, especially the very obvious one of them killing a shit ton of Jews. It's literally ingrained in their culture now to learn about Jews, why they did what they did to them, and all these things. Like, it's ingrained in them to, guess what? Move away from it.
Yeah. And they're honestly one of the more proactive, progressive countries out there.
Which is, that's a lot. Like, that's pretty,
learning behavior. That's
exactly.
You learn from something versus just
they're not trying to erase their history. Yeah. So it's okay.
And that's why they can see things coming from a mile away. So they've got some news outlets happening about the United States, and they're like, "Oh,
listen,
red flags."
Yes, it's a part of our history, and you know what? It happened. Is it okay that that's our history? No, it's not. But it's everyone's history, basically. At some point, some group of people was a slave to another group of people. Obviously, it was typically more predominantly people of color, because they were viewed as, like, dirty, blah, 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 blah. We're not getting into that. But
even there was, like, categorizations between, like, different types of white people.
Exactly. Oh, God, yeah. Irish?
None of it makes sense to me. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Greek? Not white. Italian? Not white. I'm like, what?
I'm like, what?
That makes no sense. But, like, that, you have to accept it and move the fuck on. Yeah. But we just used to be so violent. Sorry, I didn't mean for us to go on this big tangent that we just went on, guys. But
it's crazy.
So much more violent than what we are now.
Yeah.
And that is saying something.
It's saying something, and it's like a huge reason why I can't. There's a lot of reasons why I wouldn't want to, like, live back then.
Yeah.
But that's a big one.
Oh, God, yeah. The violence.
Because also, if you don't die in, like, a violent way, you still kind of die in a horrific way, because there's no humane way to
Nobody really
let you die.
died a pleasant death.
No.
For a long time, I feel like.
No. So, let me fall asleep and not wake up.
I feel like it wasn't until the past, like, maybe 100 or so years where people were having more comfortable deaths.
Bananas to think about.
Oh, man. Anyways.
It just talks about how spirits are more likely to cling to places where tragic death and torture once occurred, which, duh.
Yeah.
It's an energy thing.
Yeah.
And at Eastern State Penitentiary, did I do it?
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool. There was no shortage of torture while the prison was operational. The harsh realities faced by so many of the prisoners would be enough to cause any spirit to seek vengeance in the afterlife. Facing as many as 23 hours a day in isolation was believed to have driven the prisoners mad. Yep. putting them in a worse mental state than they were in before they arrived.
Yeah, because if I was left alone with myself, I'd also go fucking crazy.
Yeah, and we're not
I
bad
suck
people.
sometimes. A lot of the times. Especially with myself. I don't want to be alone with her.
I can only keep me entertained for so long.
Literally, eventually I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to get sick of myself after a while.
Even if I'm just really nice to myself the whole time, eventually you're just going to get lonely and bored, and that's going to drive you mad.
I'm going to get sick of myself after a while. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking deal with this anymore.
Get me away from her.
Get her out of here.
Facing as many 23 hours a day in isolation. They were even deprived of talking to the guards, causing many to end up deliriously talking to themselves and facing harsh punishments as a result. So
Couldn't even talk to themselves? Jeez.
Right. And it's not because they want to, it's because they literally can't help it at this point.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get me wrong, there are bad people out there that I think should be locked away. But that's a lot. They were even deprived of talking, awkward. The painful misery created by the isolation and torture can still be felt within the prison walls. But there is different forms of torture that the guards use to punish the prisoners, and we're gonna go over a few of those.
Yeah, let's talk about the torture.
One is called the water bath. One brutal form of punishment carried out at Eastern State was known as the ice bath or water bath. Guards would throw ice-cold water on prisoners as they sat in a chair before chaining them to an exterior wall of the prison during winter. They would remain there until all the moisture on their skin turned to ice.
That's insane.
And we all know, we've all done there where your hands or something or feet are so cold they're burning.
I was about to say, you know what? People nowadays, they could stand a chance. People do ice baths a lot.
That's true, very true.
But then you said
until
the moisture on their skin turns to ice, and I went, no, they couldn't. Never mind.
No. And then you have to go from that to thawing out. So your body is going to be on fire.
That's insane. Oh.
There's one called the Mad Chair. For this torture device, the prisoners would be tightly strapped to a restraining chair for hours or even days, resulting in painful swelling in their limbs that had turned blue or black from the lack of circulation. In a similar form of torture, it was also very common at Eastern State for prisoners to be placed in a straitjacket until they started losing circulation through their bodies. I also want to say,
the chair, you'd be sitting in your own feces.
That's what I was also wondering about. And that's also
they're obviously not going to let you
dangerous.
out to go to the bathroom. Like, that's... No. Oh my god.
And it's something, because, obviously, Mark may or may not work in a prison. But I think about how, like, people who used to do stuff like this, I feel like it for sure makes you just as bad as the people in the prison doing bad things.
Yes!
And it must do something to someone's psyche to torture another person.
I mean, executioners are serial killers.
Yeah.
But they get away with it because it's their job.
That's crazy to me.
It's the same thing as a serial killer, essentially. Yeah. You've killed multiple people, like... Hello?
Yeah, it does just not.
But it was okay because that was your job and you were killing bad people. So it's like, but no, you were also killing good people. You were just killing people half the time just because they looked at you wrong. Like, I don't.
And the system gets it wrong sometimes.
A lot of the times, especially back then.
Oh, definitely.
There wasn't a really good.
And you want to talk about racism? Oh. There was also a place in this prison called The Hole, also known as Klondike. This area deep below cell block 14 had a 6-foot ceiling and 4 small isolated cells. These cells were made from reinforced concrete instead of stone. They were very square, windowless, and without any light or plumbing. This form of isolation was not intended to encourage redemption, but strictly to serve as punishment. The most vicious criminals at the prison were placed in the hole for days or even months at a time for bad behavior. Lastly, the iron gag, the most common and most harrowing form of punishment at the penitentiary, was the iron gag. For this torture, the prisoner would have their hands crossed behind their neck. What does that mean? Like this?
Yeah, I would assume it would be.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay. Okay. The prisoners would have their hands crossed behind their neck. The iron gag device would be placed on their tongue with chains connecting it to their hands. Any movement the prisoner would make using their hands would pull and tear at their tongue, resulting in excruciating pain. Yeah. And before we go on, I'm going to go be sick over here for a second.
Yeah. Gross. She's blowing her nose. She's blowing her nose. You can't hear it 'cause that's gross. And we wouldn't do that to you. But she's blowing her nose. She's blowing her nose. She's a blowing
Cracking me
her
up.
nose.
And that's gross and we wouldn't do that to you. It's funny.
Alright, you can give us a couple of people, but we gotta keep on moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say their names at this point.
Yeah, cool.
Because I think a lot of us probably know who Al Capone is.
If you don't, what?
And he's a mob boss that was, I think, originally arrested for, like, a traffic ticket or something random.
Something like that. It was something stupid that got him, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like,
yeah.
some sort of, like, tax fraud or something.
Yeah.
Not actually being a mob boss. Not until later. There's a ghost of Jimmy Clark there. It seems like he may or may not have been part of the St. Valentine's Day massacre.
Yeah, I think he's linked to, like, Capone.
Okay, yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Capone was never convicted of the murders, but most people who are familiar with the story believed he ordered Morin's men to be killed since they were arch rivals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe Jimmy was basically one of the dudes that did the killings for him.
Yeah. He was a low-ranking mobster. Okay. Apparently, within this prison, Jimmy's spirit never leaves Capone's side. Capone was convinced that someone was sharing his one-bed cell with him. He would shout out in the middle of the night, begging Jimmy to leave him alone. Other prisoners mentioned hearing him screaming and even having quiet conversations with someone. You know, if you're gonna be locked in a concrete wall, at least you got a ghost friend. Yes, so Capone was later sent to Alcatraz for tax evasion. That's what it was.
Capone didn't like having, I was gonna say, Capone didn't like having his ghost dude
Oh,
there.
of course not.
But yeah, no, it was tax evasion. Stupid.
Is there... Okay, I'm gonna jump down to Frida Frost. Between the years of 1831 and 1923, more than 900 women served their time at Eastern State.
Wait, you wanted to skip these other two?
There's a million of them.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say the names. I didn't realize we were
I don't know them, so I feel like I'd have to say more about them.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. Sorry.
Do you want me to say them and people can look them up if they want?
No. You're good.
Okay. And it also kind of threw me off because given Al Capone's there, I didn't know that, like, women prisoners were also going to be there.
They might have been in a different area. That just doesn't mean they're near each other.
Right, no, I get that, but it must be such a massive place.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, it said it was, like, one of the most
huge.
Expensive builds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a huge prison.
Yeah, during that time, so it's like, that's massive. For 900 women served their time at Eastern State. This was less than 3% of the estimated population of the prison at the time. Still, women made a substantial impact on the institution. One of them was Frida Frost. Frost was convicted of murdering her husband by poisoning him and was serving a 20-year sentence at the prison. Probably deserved it. According to the story, she killed her husband a week after marrying him to collect his money in life insurance payment. She was 40 years old at the time of her arrest.
She probably got sick of his shit.
I was like, okay,
or
maybe
he
not.
cheated and kept cheating. I don't know. So he probably did some shit, and then
And I'm not condoning murdering. All right.
No,
it's just
we here at Chaos and Cats do not condone murder, but we understand
I
that
was just
sometimes
joking. All right, just
that
making
sometimes,
jokes.
you know, for legal reasons, this is a joke. You know, sometimes you gotta take necessary steps.
You know, it's just kind of like the axe lady I always think of. I went to her house. Frida was the last female prisoner at the prison. She was transferred to the Muncie Industrial Home for Women in 1923 when officials began segregating the prison. Her departure from Eastern State was the end of an era. Ara. Okay, so there's some ghostly happenings, ghostly encounters. I'm going to read about cell block 12. Cell block 12 is one haunted site on the premises that is often brought up by haunting experts. There have been multiple reports from people hearing echoing voices, strange cackling in the darkness, and seeing the apparition of shadowy figures. The cackling would be terrifying.
Yep.
Others have claimed to hear disembodied voices, creepy whispers, and an overwhelming feeling of dread while there. It is a popular spot for curious investigators to visit while touring the penitentiary. Some videos captured there have shown the apparition of a man walking through the cell block.
Fun.
I feel like I'm gonna maybe do one more haunting and then move on. We're gonna do cell block 6. Because it's giving very Chicago vibes.
Yeah.
It has been said that if you enter cell block 6 at Eastern State, you will see shadowy figures dart along the walls or slide quickly across them. I don't like the sliding quickly across them.
Nope.
That sounds yucky.
Nope.
But I would love to see it. Just not alone. The spirits appear as haunting black silhouettes. However, they're not confined to that area and have been making their way along the walls throughout the penitentiary. Throughout all the most haunted cell blocks, visitors have felt a great darkness they can't quite explain. People have mentioned hearing strange voices, feeling cold spots in certain areas, and even the feeling of being touched or scratched by a dark entity.
Creepy.
I love it, though. I love it!
Cool. Alright, this next one's not a super long article, so it won't take us too long to get through this one.
Okay.
Which is good, because Laura and I were thinking we were going to have to pad for time, and now I'm over here like, girl, we gotta actually go faster. Alright, we're going to talk about Poveglia Island, or the Isle of Death, which is one of Italy's most haunted places.
Too bad Italy's too far away.
Yeah, Italy's very far away. I would love to go, but so far. Poveglia Island is a small isle located off the coast of Italy in the Venetian Lagoon that is considered by many locals and tourists alike to be haunted by the restless, tortured souls of victims who previously inhabited the island. In the Middle Ages, the island was used as a lazaretto, a maritime quarantine facility, and a place of exile for those beyond repair plagued with diseases. Later, it was used as a mental asylum. The main doctor was rumored to have experimented and tortured the patients.
We're not
estimated. No. It is estimated that over 100,000 people died there. And today, 50% of the soil consists of human remains. Yeah.
It's probably very good soil, though.
It's probably. You can grow some great tomatoes on that soil.
Don't know if you want to eat it, though. They're haunted tomatoes.
Today, the island is strictly off limits. This is a restricted area where no one may live or even visit.
Sam and Colby will be there next week, no problem.
They already went.
Oh,
they already went. Yeah, no, they already went.
Oh, was this the island you were telling me about? That they?
Yeah,
oh, yes,
this is the one. Yeah,
that's what it is. They were there last week. There.
The few living souls who have ventured to the island have returned with tales of disembodied screams, rings from an empty bell tower which no longer has a bell, and sightings of figures in plague masks. Having been abandoned, Poveglia is in a state of morbid disrepair. The few images of the haunted lazaretto corridors are enough to send a chill down your spine and bring the mad screams to your ears. They talk about how they went to Venice and tried to see if they could go to the island, but were told no. So,
well, yeah, it's not
there.
an asking manner, all right?
No.
It's a go and say, whoopsie, I didn't know I couldn't go.
No, exactly.
Dang, I won't do it again.
And the biggest reason is because of how dilapidated it is. They
Yeah.
haven't taken care of it in
Thick.
a long
It's
time.
thick.
So, legend and lore surround the island. The locals in Venice all have tales about what happens on the island. People started inhabiting the island in the 17th century, but by the 14th century, the Poveglia was abandoned. Starting in 1776, the island began to be used as a lazaretto for plague victims. Venice had 2 other lazaretti at the time, but both were overflowing with plague victims, and a third was desperately needed. When used as a lazaretto, the island was a place of hopelessness, despair, and death. Because so many met their untimely end on that very island, ditches named plague pits had to be dug to accompany the many dead bodies or ashes. Sometimes rocks were placed in the mouths of the plagued, which were believed to prevent the corpses from rising up from the grave as vampires. Because Venice was a popular destination for ships, any boat with a passenger carrying an illness was sent first to Poveglia Island. This increased the number of unfortunate people who lost their lives on the tiny island, as well as quarantine facility. As well as a quarantine facility, it was a mass burial ground, an undesirable and feared destination. In the early 20th century, the lazaretto on Poveglia was converted into a mental asylum. According to the legend, the head doctor tortured and experimented on the patients.
It's okay, guys. It's just your cat feeder. We've been there, done that. Moving on.
Anyways,
it drops
around
at
this time-
8:23 p.m. apparently.
It's because I can't log into the account anymore that I use to set the time on it, and we've gone through a couple of daylight saving times, so
yes.
it's like all out of whack.
All messed up.
So it's all fucked up. Anyways, doctor tortured and experimented on patients. Around this time, patients started seeing and hearing long deceased victims of the plague, which drove one of the doctors to madness, causing him to leap from the clock tower, falling into a mysterious fog, which killed him. His ghost is said to still haunt the ruins. Another man, I think it's just that he fell into fog and died.
Sure
I think it's just the way they wrote it.
Here.
The look on your face, you're like, actually, I don't.
If that's the way I could go, that'd be nice, but it sounds like that's not plausible.
Another man was trapped in the tower in the act of ringing its bell. He starved to death in the tower, but rings are still heard from the island, even though the bell in the tower has long since been removed. I'm sorry, I laughed because I saw Laura's face. I'm sorry. She's just jaw on the ground.
Yeah. God damn, there's another starvation. Damn.
A patient who had his legs amputated used to race around the halls of the asylum. Some who have daringly ventured to the island say they can hear his wheelchair. Unfortunately, none of these sightings or rumors can be confirmed, but the legends have the same unsettling effect. It has been given the titles of creepy, cursed, eerie, the most haunted island, the ghost island, or the island of death. The mental hospital closed in 1968 and was then owned by the Italian government and restricted to visitors. In 2014, the Italian government auctioned off Poveglia to pay off debt. An Italian businessman, Luigi Brugnaro, won the bid for €513. Is that what they use? Euro? I don't know.
So, yeah.
which is approximately 417,000 pounds, which is approximately, I don't fucking know, in US dollars. While Brugnaro now owns the lease, the island itself remains state property. Brugnaro has announced no plans for the island, so for now, the many restless, tortured spirits who have suffered at the hand of madness, illness, ghosts, and death still roam.
What blows my mind about this place is they were like, hey, let's take this island that is already full of death and super creepy and super haunted and put some patients having mental health episodes there. Let's make them feel better by seeing what real things and they're not real things. Like, what is happening?
Like, hello?
Whose idea was that?
Laura, I'm gonna say let's just do one more.
Okay, do you have a pref?
No, you can pick whichever one you want to do. If you want to just do one more of yours. Whichever one you're feeling.
Yeah, I'll probably just kind of keep going in order. That way, if we want to do other ones, we can.
Sure.
Another day, another time,
Sure.
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. It's past
Next year.
Kaylee's bedtime. That's why.
Yes,
Past Kaylee's bedtime.
You get up very early, and I fully understand that.
That's why we're like both looking at the time, like, oh shit, like we gotta get this moving.
So this next place is the haunting of the Myrtles Plantation, located in the deep American South, where summers
Plantation, you know it's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
you know shit's fucked up.
Yeah,
You know shit's
like
fucked.
it's gonna be creeping there.
You know shit's fucked.
And, of course, it's located in the deep American South, where summers are warm and the air is thick with the spirits of overworked slaves and brutal masters. There lies the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah.
Okay. With its majestic wraparound veranda, blue trim, and 20 rooms, it sits on high ground, appearing like a fortress as you approach. It appears to be something out of a storybook. However, its history is not for the faint of heart. And it is very pretty. I will say that. There is a picture. Our story begins with a newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Clark Woodruff. Mr. Woodruff was a prestigious judge and owned numerous slaves, as was the norm at the time. One of his house slaves went by the name of Chloe, my dog, who for many years fell victim to Woodruff's cruelty. Chloe tried to protect herself from the abuse by listening to the Woodruffs' conversations and modifying her behavior. Very smart. One day, after being caught eavesdropping, Woodruff had Chloe's ears cut off. Just like that. Ears cut off. Woodruff had Chloe's ears cut off, forcing her to carry the shame and disfigurement the rest of her life. Her mutilation was hidden at the request of Woodruff's by the use of a green turban. No one would see this terrifying mark, but the painful experience would stay with Chloe and inspire her to make plans for revenge. Duh.
Don't fucking blame her.
Duh.
Get it, girl.
On the 9th birthday of the Woodruff's daughter, Chloe placed poisonous
Oleander, I think.
leaves?
Oleander, I'm not sure.
Well, she put those things into the cake. On his daughter's 9th birthday. Oh boy. Chloe's plan was to poison Mrs. Woodruff and their children. Some sources claim that it was never her intention to kill the 3 family members. They suggest that Chloe wanted to get them sick so she could nurse them back to health. In the South, local healers were among the most respected of the community. If Chloe could heal the family, she would be safe from the harsh reality of working in the fields. Tragically, the dosage was lethal, and it ended up killing Mrs. Woodruff and her 2 children.
A single leaf can be fatal to a child.
Damn. I wonder how much she put in there in a whole cake,
That's what
you know? Like
I'm wondering,
how do you do the
too,
math? You know, you just kind of wing it to an extent.
Because it's a potent cardiac glycoside.
So do you just get a heart attack?
Yeah, so
type
I'm
deal.
assuming that it can probably cause you to have a heart attack or something.
Yikes. And this is obviously way far in the past where they don't know what the fuck medically to do.
Yeah, they remain poisonous even after they're, like, dried out and stuff, like...
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm also a little sad that the children were involved in this killing. I would have just killed the misters. Maybe the misses.
Yeah.
The children, not the children.
I was gonna say, I get that. It was, yeah.
You know, and I understand it may not have been her intention. However, she was still willing to put the children in harm's way regardless.
But you know what? That wife and children probably beat the shit out of her. So she probably didn't have much empathy for
that's
any
when, like,
of
the
them.
Wife, sure. Again, we're back to children. They don't know what even they're doing. 9? They're 9.
I know, but it's one of those things of, like, it's hard to see them as children when you're surrounded by monsters constantly.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
And you probably think of them growing up and doing more monstrous things. And you don't want that to happen either.
Are being taught to be monsters. Not that all of them turn out that way usually, but also it does say later she didn't intend to kill them, so
yes. She just wanted to make
she wasn't
them
actually
sick.
trying to
but still
kill them.
Even though the intention of death wasn't there, the intention of harm was there, and
exactly.
That's not cool for me either.
No, it's not cool either way.
For Mr. and Mrs., go for it.
But I can totally understand where she probably
didn't care
like
because
that.
She was just like, they're just gonna get sick anyways. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, after word spread of her actions on the plantation, the other slaves were the ones to take revenge. Bananas. Chloe was hanged by the neck for everyone to witness until the life was drained from her body, because some people don't realize when you get hung, your neck doesn't always break and sometimes you just slowly suffocate. She was then weighed down by rocks and thrown into the Mississippi River. So the Mississippi River also haunted. The plantation was the site of other gruesome activity after Chloe's death. The new owner, a wealthy family man and his 5 children, would pass away from tuberculosis on the property. The home was later passed to one of his surviving daughters and her husband, the Winters. Mr. Winter was a proud member of his community and did his part by teaching Sunday school at his home. One day, as Mr. Winter was teaching, an unknown man rode up on a horse yelling to see him. As he came out to address this man, he was shot at point-blank range on his front porch. He retreated into the home and staggered up the stairs to eventually die in the arms of his wife. The sound of his strong and forceful stomps still linger in the home today as visitors report hearing heavy footsteps from empty staircases.
Violent. Seriously. Just
so violent. And we could always look it up another time, have a whole thing on this, because I wonder why that man shot him, you know? But the plantation went on to be used as a film set for movies like The Long Hot Summer. These visitors were not safe from having their own paranormal encounters. While filming, cast and crew members reported witnessing furniture moving around the home all on its own. They could find nothing to explain this activity. The paranormal activity became more noticeable beginning in the 1970s, and once it was purchased by the Myers family, multiple guests and residents reported seeing the transparent and ghostly apparitions of a young girl wearing a green turban moving throughout the property. In 1992, the owner took a famous photo that they believe captures Chloe's spirit.
Oh my god, the photo is so funny too.
It's cute.
Oh, that's that photo. Oh, that's a different photo! Fuck, I have to see if I can find the other photo for you.
Oh, there's another photo?
Because I was on a different site when I was looking at a couple different articles. Oh, there's one photo. It's so funny.
You'll have to send it to me.
I will. You can finish reading. I'll see if I can find it.
This photo was intended to be used to secure an insurance policy for the home in case of fire or other natural disasters, not to prove paranormal activity. The presence of a human figure within the photo was undiscovered until it was developed. The owner reports that there was no one in that area at the time the photo was taken. One of the most disturbing paranormal reports occurs inside the home. In the grand hallway, there is an antique mirror just outside of the dining room. The visitors report seeing Woodruff's children appear in the mirror near the room where they were poisoned. One researcher noted that each time the mirror is replaced or resilvered, the same handprint appears as if they refuse to be ignored. I guess I'm not sure where.
I don't know.
Anyways, despite the many ghost stories, there is some debate if Chloe ever existed or if that was her real name. Today, this residence is known as Myrtle's Plantation Bed and Breakfast, but it is also recognized as one of the most haunted houses in America, according to the National Geographic. They offer historical tours through the day and into the dark of the night. So if you're interested, it is Louisiana, I think it said.
Yeah, it's Louisiana. All right. I sent you a link. Before you open it, before you scroll down on it, okay? You can open it, but don't scroll down.
Okay.
I need you to understand, when you see this photo, there's in the background, it's a group photo, okay? And then in the background is a circled image of a picture of a woman's face in a window, okay? But I need you'll understand why this photo is so funny to me when you scroll down and see what the photo is. It's a group. You see the group of people taking this selfie in front of this plantation with this.
Hey guys, take a selfie where slavery happened.
It's just a group of white women.
White women ain't afraid of nothing. It's all that just stuck in my head.
Just a group of white women just like cheesing at the plantation of slavery and disgusting, gruesome shit. But you also have to think about, people are also going there for breakfast too, apparently.
It's a bed and breakfast, so it's also like one of those things where I visited Salem, I visited the witch house and whatever, and people take pictures in front of all of that stuff and like.
No, my problem is that it's a plantation, and that it's a plantation.
It's not a great thing to do.
It's not a great thing in our history. Not that I think they should be.
I think it would have been funnier if they all took a picture straight faced.
I just love the irony of it.
And they all
and how people
must be related.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was
But there is in fact a face. Usually I feel like I have a hard time seeing these things.
It feels photoshopped. I'm not gonna lie.
It's white women, all right.
It feels photoshopped as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, because the source
it's too detailed. It's too detailed.
Yeah.
You can see a perfect face, like
with the head thing, the headband.
Yeah, like I don't know if I believe that that's real, but yeah. But yeah. That's it. Those are our haunted places. We were gonna do 6 for you guys, but time ended up going on way
faster than
this ended up being way longer than I thought this was gonna be. So this is like a 2-hour podcast episode.
Yeah, y'all are welcome.
Yeah, so we're gonna end it here. I gotta go to bed because I got a job to go to.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, if you have questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas, you can hit us up at our email, which are chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com. You've got our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, which are all at Chaos and Cats Pod. And then you've got our YouTube, which is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. And then also listed down below, everything is linked down below in the description, episode notes, whatever you want to call it, our personal Instagrams. So, it's all there. You can get it. You can follow us. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.
Spook you later, bitches.
Spook you later, bitches. Bye.